This Miller came.
Welcome everybody to a Saturday afternoon special. Monte and the Pharaoh with their special guest.
All right, welcome to Monte and the Pharaoh, this special Saturday edition, usually seen on Thursdays from 8:05 to 9 p.m. I'm Mike Monte. At the board is producer Jim Miller.
Jim Miller? What
Jim
the fuck
Miller?
is
Just
that?
fucking around. Steve Miller.
He combined the two guys.
And, brought in from ESS Promotions. We have none other than ECW Legend New Jack.
What the fuck is up?
Oh,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
That's one way of saying hello.
That's what we wanted to hear. It is our honor, sir, to have you with Monte and the Pharaoh.
What the fuck is up, New Jack?
What the fuck is up?
Well, if I may, quickly. Born Jerome Young, January 3rd, 1963, North Carolina. Weight, 225, listed at 6 feet. This is the original gangster New Jack. Thank you for being with us. I wanted to ask you about you're trained by Ray Candy.
Right.
You want to tell us how you met him?
I was working on the indie show for the indie company down in Atlanta. And Ray Candy was down there. He was training people. So that's how I met him.
Okay.
So then he started training me.
Okay.
And he was like, if you stick with this, he said, you gonna make some money.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He said, if you just listen to me, he said, I'm telling you what's right. He said, you gonna make some money. He said, you gonna be a household name. So I
So
stuck with it.
I wanted to start with Ray Candy, but I want Mike to take us back further. Mike, you have questions about going further back with New
Well,
Jack?
so Jack, when do you decide I want to be a professional wrestler? Right? How does that even work?
I had a buddy that I was playing semi-pro football with, and he had been training down in WCW, and he couldn't pay to train no more. He ran out of money, so he told me, he was like, "You want to wrestle?" I'm like, "I don't want to do that shit."
Right.
You know what I mean? And he was like, "I'll train you." He said, "We can wrestle." He said, "We can go on the road with this shit." I told him, I said, "I don't want to do it." So I started doing it with him, and that's when I met Ray Candy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And we trained for about a month, and I had my first match.
Did you have any interest in pro wrestling growing up? Was there any interest from the family in pro wrestling of any kind?
No.
So this was basically, Ray suggested it to you, and this was how it first got planted in your
Yeah.
head. Wow.
So
Okay.
being a football player, right, and how much conditioning you need to be a football player, and then you go into the world of professional wrestling for training, which was more difficult?
Football.
Why?
Because, I mean, you fucking knocking the shit out of me.
How about the conditioning aspect of it, though? We've heard stories.
Did you have to change your workout regimen much switching from football to wrestling? Did the workout regimen stay the same, or, was anything changed?
No, it was the same. I
It
mean,
was.
I went to the gym a lot, back then. You know what I mean? And we worked out damn near every day.
Okay. And what position did you play in football?
Strong safety.
Okay.
So you played semi-pro ball. How were you in high school?
I was good.
Good, great,
I was good.
good. Okay, good news.
There you go.
All right, that's terrific to
He
find
roamed
out.
the field and fucked up random people.
So there's a possibility you could be a pro football player. Your family's all excited. Then you break the news that you want to be a professional wrestler. What does your family say to you?
Fuck them.
did you care?
They
what
didn't.
said?
I didn't give a fuck what they thought about
Okay.
it. I mean,
Okay.
But I mean, do you tell
Were
them?
they
You say, "Hey,
supportive? Was
mom,
anybody-
dad, I'm going to be a pro wrestler,"
Did
and they
anybody get
say,
behind you?
No.
Like, okay, cool, man.
my family,
No?
my family went behind me for shit.
Okay.
Them motherfuckers.
So you did it yourself.
They didn't
Well,
support me. They
then
didn't
it's all
help
on
me.
you. Good for you.
So I said, fuck them.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, I kind of do. to tell you the truth, I kind of do. I do. Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah.
Were you aware that Ray Candy was an accomplished professional? Did he come up to you, or did you go up to him? I mean, how did this work? Were you even aware that you kind of struck gold having Ray Candy did he approach you?
Yeah, he came on to me.
It's great. And what caused that? He didn't see you wrestling or anything. Was it just a conversation? Hey, what's up? I'm Ray Candy. You look like you could be a wrestler. Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
He saw me. He saw me in the ring, and he was like, "You could do this." You know what I
Okay.
mean? He said, "You just listen to me. You could do it."
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I started doing it.
Okay. All right. Now, Mike, before we take him to his first official promotion, as you were developing your style before you got into the ring for the first time for a promotion, were you working on that eventually what became your hardcore style, or what was your original idea of what kind of wrestler did New Jack want to be? Did you want to be technical? Did you want to do a Bret Hart? Did you want to be a Hulk Hogan? Did you what did you have in mind before we came to know New Jack as we classically know New Jack?
I didn't have an idea as to what I wanted to be yet.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It was just, I actually had my style, what kind of wrestler I wanted to be,
Okay.
the character, the name, the whole nine. I had all of that before I even got in the ring.
Excellent. Okay.
You know what I mean? I had
Okay.
went and took pictures, and we bought the LA gear and the Raiders gear and the whole nine. So I took pictures with that shit on before I even got in the ring.
Okay.
So
So, image-wise, name-wise, you're ready to go. Style-wise,
So
are
wait,
you ready to
you're
go?
New Jack. You already decided I'm going to be New Jack.
Yeah.
How does that come about? First of New Jack City.
Sure. How'd you get the name?
I watched the movie New Jack.
New Jack City.
There you
Okay.
go.
So what does Ray say to you about that? Does he go, "I like the name. That's a good idea"?
Did you
Does it-
bounce this off, Ray?
No.
Like, who I want to be, how I want to dress and stuff like that? Or was that after you were done with Ray's training that you decided how we're going to look? And
Ray was with me when I started the whole gangster thing.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I had already pictured in my head what I wanted.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I already had it down as to what I wanted to do, what my character I wanted to be, the whole nine. With him teaching me how to wrestle, that helped me a lot.
Okay.
Okay? And I got put on TV in Atlanta.
Okay.
North Georgia Championship Wrestling.
Right.
Ray was coming down there to help me.
So right before you were in North Georgia, if I'm correct,
You were at the USWA with Jerry Lawler?
tell us about Jerry Lawler.
That racist motherfucker.
Well, hold on. Let's not jump the gun.
I knew it.
Wait a minute.
I couldn't help it.
We've got questions.
Oh, we do.
Pharaoh is jumping the goddamn gun.
Sorry, man.
Goddamn fucking ruining
Sorry,
the whole.
man.
All right.
Well,
Anyway.
it says Jerry Lawler right
Okay,
there.
great.
There you go.
So anyway, how do you start in USWA? How does it even start?
Only there 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Go on.
I had a tryout with USWA. It was me and this white boy, they called him, his name was Mark Freer.
Okay.
Jerry Jarrett said to me, he said, what's some of the names y'all call each other in the hood?
This should be cute. Go on.
I said, well, I got a friend, I call him Larry. That's his fucking name, Larry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have no hood names that I call people in the hood. You know what I mean? So he was like, he said, well,
Larry.
don't y'all call each other like homeboy?
This is Jerry Jarrett.
Yeah.
Okay.
Homeboy.
Yeah,
Southern white boy.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So Mark Freer went from being Mark Freer to homeboy.
Okay.
That's great. Oh
Okay.
my
And he
God.
came out with the MC Hammer pants on.
That's great. That's hilarious. Okay. All right. And you guys win gold, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. There we go.
They put the belts on us the second week we was there.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And they
So this is New Jack and Homeboy.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Way to go there, Homeboy. All right. Oh my God. So what was it like working with Jerry Lawler? Tell us about
Well,
Jerry Lawler.
let me ask you a question. So recently, the wrestling world lost Brian Christopher, right?
Oh.
fucking.
So hold on,
My
New Jack.
God.
You were quoted in writing on Facebook. This might not set too well with some of y'all, and it could get less than 2 fucks. But I wrestled in the USWA with Brian Christopher in '92, and he was a very little disrespectful fucker. Then so fuck him and his daddy, and those of you who don't like my post, fuck you too. Can you elaborate on that, sir?
We elaborate. Oh wow, you're hilarious.
I don't know.
He needs to
I
fill
don't
us
know.
in
There's
anymore.
not much gray area there.
Yeah, really.
So-
What was left uncovered there?
What
Columbo?
makes you have these feelings against the Lawler family? Because those are strong feelings for
Well,
sure.
It's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
When Lawler had that heart attack back in WWE
Yes.
a few years ago,
Okay.
I went on Twitter and I talked about him. And they banned me from Twitter.
What did you say on Twitter?
Basically the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was this.
I said, I hope the motherfucker died.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they banned me from Twitter for like a month.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That'll teach you.
Yeah. No, I mean,
That taught you, right?
I'm in Twitter jail.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you were set straight.
Yeah. Right. They did the same thing on fucking Facebook.
That'll learn
And
you.
then when I talked about Brian Christopher, they banned me from Twitter again.
Well, you know. Yeah.
So,
All right.
why?
But tell us,
what are the feelings?
But this is your chance to tell us, what did this guy do to you? How did he treat you? Seriously, let us know why you feel this way.
When I was in USWA, you remember Jackie, Miss Texas?
Sure.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay. She had a match.
Okay.
And Lawler and Jerry Jarrett
Okay.
used to sit up top in the Coliseum.
Jeff Jarrett's father. You
Yeah.
thought. Okay, go on.
And they would watch the matches from on top.
Okay.
I went up there one night. I had something to ask Jerry. And I was standing there. Jackie was having a match. And the loser got thrown in a bucket of mud.
Okay.
When they threw Jackie in the mud, Jerry Lawson looked at it, looked like a little wet nigga dog.
Ooh. That's rough.
And he doesn't know you're behind him, too.
He doesn't
right?
know.
No.
Of course. Okay.
And that's what set it off.
Gee.
I wonder why. Okay.
Did you say it? Did you
Did
say
you let them
anything
know
to
you
him?
heard them?
Huh?
Did you let them know you heard them?
Yeah.
Okay. What did they do? Shit their drawers and basically try to,
Well, he laughed it off. You know what I mean?
Oh, he laughed
He was
it
like,
off.
"Oh, that was just joking, Jack."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, right, my dick."
Right. Understood. Yeah.
You know
Understood.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what
Hey.
put me in the direction that I went in with Lawler.
Right.
After he said that shit about Jackie.
Right.
How about Brian Christopher, though? What did Brian Christopher
Brian
do?
Christopher was a little dickhead.
Why?
Do you feel he took advantage of his father's power in that promotion?
Yeah.
And he was throwing his weight around?
Yeah.
Okay.
But how was he a dickhead to you?
He was just the way that he would act. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was just he would fuck with people. They bring in new talent. He would get them in the ring and dog them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And he would fuck with people like real bad. You know what I mean? But he never had a match against me.
Right.
And I wanted to have a match
He
against him.
probably didn't want to have a match against you, knowing him.
And then one day he came down to ECW. We was in Mississippi, and Brian Christopher showed up, and he was like trying to get Paulie to give him a tryout. And I told Paulie, I said, let him work with me. I said, put him in the ring with me.
Okay.
And he was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I said, why? He said, because I know you don't like him. I said, fuck that, put him in the ring with me. And he wouldn't put him in the ring with me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was just like, fuck that cocksucker. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that was the end of that.
Right.
So let me ask you, Brian Christopher was known for a lot of drug use and a lot of problems there. Would you consider that a WWE problem when they get to the big time, or was this going on way before when you were around these guys?
I don't know what they was doing then,
Fair.
but when I hit ECW, I had never done cocaine in my life.
Okay.
When I hit ECW, I started doing coke. I was popping pills.
Oh boy.
Before my matches, they'd be like, I don't want to, Paulie, I don't want to work New Jack. He up there, he fucking high. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh my
And
God.
I'd be sitting up top snorting.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they go up and look at the fucking lineup sheet and see that name against their name next to mine and be like, fuck that, I'm not working here.
Right.
He doesn't feel any pain. I'm
That's
not working
funny.
with him.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh my God.
But it was other people that was around me that was doing it,
Right.
but I never saw it in USWA
Okay.
because I wasn't doing it then. So
You
I
weren't
mean,
even
You
there
weren't
that
around
long.
it.
You weren't
Right.
even there that long.
So let me ask you, you're a big dude. You were probably big being a football player. Did you hit the gas at all?
Yeah,
How long did you do the gas for?
about 2 years.
If anyone doesn't know what the gas is, it's whether steroids, human growth hormones, or whatever else, right?
Right.
So, how was the gas for you? Did it help you, or
Yeah.
How come you got off it?
Yeah,
I
what,
just
what
stopped.
makes you stop?
Just stopped. Okay.
Were there any kind of side effects?
It makes your nuts swell up. I mean, shrink.
Oh, really?
It makes-
Does it mess with down there? The hell with that shit. You don't need to be big everywhere except for one spot.
It
The
makes
hell
your
with
nuts
that.
shrink.
So if I get it, you're hitting the gym, you're hitting the gas, snorting a couple lines of
living
cocaine,
the life. What are
hitting
you
some
talking
pills,
about? Yeah.
getting drunk.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this: I'm just jumping into this shit.
I'm jealous.
Now, okay?
I mean, go on.
So, how often did you get laid at ECW with all these other girls out there?
is it
Bro.
like rock?
Bro,
is
wait.
it like rock music?
Hold on, man. Who is it? Who, what, where, and when? Have at it.
One night, me and Tommy Dreamer had made a bet on who could fuck the most girls.
This is great.
at Holiday Inn.
Oh my lord.
So Tommy comes up. He says, "Jack, I did too."
It's like having beer. I had two.
These are ring rats at Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I said, "Tommy, I did 4."
Nice.
He said, "Jack, I did 4." I was time I did 7.
Oh my God.
And these are true stories. Like,
Yeah,
holy
meanwhile, Blue
shit.
Meanie walks by. I did 7 too. Let's go,
Yeah,
Blue
fuck you,
Meanie.
Blue
It's
Meanie.
like, let's go. Don't laugh. Blue Meanie ran off with a porn star.
All right.
What are you talking
Here's a
about?
question for you.
Oh, my
Did
Lord.
you ever have like a gram of Coke and like wave it in front of Sonny's face
Oh, here
and
we
say,
go.
"Come follow me to the closet" or anything
Would
like
you
that? No.
please? Oh my.
No, none of that.
But he thought about it probably. Oh my
Was,
God.
was Sonny as bad as they say she was?
I don't know what Sonny was doing. I honestly don't.
Come on.
Well, he doesn't get maybe nothing.
I never saw her do anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I saw pictures.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Missy
You don't have them on you, do you?
Missy High had some pictures of Sonny getting fucked by somebody.
Wait, Missy Hyatt had the pictures?
Yeah.
What, someone send it to her?
Pictures.
That is...
She took them.
Oh, while she's doing it.
You know what? You're right about this business. You're right.
told you.
Everyone's hopping everyone. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, my
Coked
God.
out and naked. That's it. That's the whole business right there. Oh, I said it was like rock and roll. I said
my
it was.
God.
It is. You know. So tell us about when you met up with Mustafa. Let's have the story about the awesome pairing of this incredible tag team.
Jim Cornette had asked me, could I find a partner?
Okay.
He needed a black tag team.
Smoky Mountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mustafa,
He says to you, "I need a black tag team."
yeah.
This is hilarious. What's going on here?
You didn't have a problem with
Okay.
that, though, right?
No.
No.
I just find it funny. I need
Yeah.
a black tag team. Could you say that today?
And he said,
I don't know. Probably not.
He
Go
said,
on.
I need y'all to be healed.
Okay.
And I was like, I think by us beating on white people, that's going to be enough. That's enough right there within itself.
That's like instant heal.
You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
reflex heat.
And we was in fucking Smoky Mountains, which was Virginia,
Oh, yeah.
West
Oh,
Virginia,
yeah.
Tennessee,
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How y'all doing there,
Yeah.
New Jack?
Yeah. So
Oh boy.
he had told me, he said, can you find a partner? I said, yeah.
Okay.
So I went to Mustafa.
Okay. Who you had just worked with a little bit
Yeah.
in Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I told him, I said, Cornette need a black tag team. I said, you want to be my partner?
Okay.
He was like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So me and Cornette was on the phone one night, and he said, Jack, did you find somebody? I said, yeah. I said, Mustafa. He said, what name y'all want to use? So we started tossing around names.
All right.
I came up with the lynch mob, and he came up with
It's not
something.
bad.
And I was like, I don't like that. And he said
Right.
he didn't like it. So then he said, what about the gangsters?
Okay. With an ERS?
With
Gangsters.
ERS on the end.
Okay.
I said, what about the gangsters?
Right. Gangsters.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I said, let's go with it. He said, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Were you worried about the undertones of the name The Gangsters, though, and you know what it's
Knowing the area.
Well,
as you
it's not
just
even that. It's
described,
just not. It's like, look, I mean, I would assume your ultimate goal would be to get to the WWE or the WCW. You know, at that point,
Right.
Were you afraid that this was just going to give you some sort of negativity having that kind of name?
Like Vince might be shy about the gimmick. Oh,
I didn't give
interesting.
a fuck. I mean,
Okay.
Vince came up with the Nation of Domination.
Right.
That was the gangsters.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So in many ways, yeah, I see that.
That was
parallel.
he brought D'Lo in. Mm-hmm. But he wouldn't bring me in. Because he was like, I can't trust New Jack.
Okay.
Why do you feel he couldn't trust you?
Do you think you have an unfair reputation at that point in your career already?
I had stabbed somebody.
Okay.
Mass transit.
Right. Right.
Can you will you speak about mass transit?
Of course.
Can we ask about
So
that?
can you, for people that don't know, mass transit was an event that happened during an ECW. It was a house show, right?
Yeah.
Can you fill the fans in what happened? We've heard all different stories. Let's hear it straight from you.
Mass transit came up to me.
This was just a kid, right? Wasn't he
Yeah.
like 17
Yeah,
years
he was
old?
17.
He had talked his way into the locker room that night?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he came up and he said, New Jack, we're going to have a match He said, "Can I put you through a table?"
Can he put you through a table? Oh, okay, okay.
And I was looking around like, okay, who put this motherfucker up to this?
So you think it's a joke?
It's a kid. Yeah. What is going on
Some
here?
giant fat kid's coming up to you and says, "Can I put you through a table?" And you don't know who he is.
Right.
Yeah, gotcha.
So then
Giant fat kid.
he said, "I want to get color, but I've never done it."
Okay.
He said, "Would you do it for me?"
Right.
I said, "Of course."
Now you're still looking around thinking it's some kind of bullshit.
I'm thinking somebody to put this motherfucker up to this. And
You think it's the Dudley boys in the
think it's a
corner
joke?
laughing their
Right.
ass off. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
That would be like Bubba.
So after he said that, I went and got an 8-ball and I snorted it. And I was drinking vodka. And I told Paulie, I said, this night is going to go down in history.
Oh my
I
God.
said, in 10 years from now, people going to be talking about this match. I said, I'm going to cut this boy apart. I said, I'm telling you.
How the hell did Paulie not realize what was about to happen? All right.
And he was like, do what you got to do.
Really? Okay.
So I had the surgical scalpel. I had taped it to a stick, and everybody thought it was a knife, but it was a surgical scalpel. And I told him, I said, when I cut you, I said, hold your breath and push.
Oh my God.
I said, that's the pressure gonna make the blood squirt out.
Right. Correct.
I stuck him about 4 or 5 times. Didn't nothing happen.
Right.
Then I just sliced him.
Right.
And the shit was squirting out like a water faucet.
Emotionally, what's going through your mind as you're doing this to him?
I enjoyed it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Did you feel like? Do you feel
Fair
like,
enough.
Well, listen.
Anyway.
Listen. This is how he felt. I want to know. Did you feel that he needed to be taught a lesson?
Oh, you just wanted to
Or
cut
was
somebody.
this just something like, "What the fuck are you doing in my ring? What the fuck are you even doing here? Fuck you."
Basically.
That's what I wanted to get at, because if that's where you were coming from,
Wait a minute, let's go back. So at one point,
what the fuck are you doing in my ring? Get
What,
the fuck
at
out
what
of here.
point you think it's a joke? Then you realize it's not a joke.
Right.
So now you're pissed that some
actually
some
offending
green
him,
kid's
probably.
coming up to you and
Right.
trying to tell
Yeah.
you what to do.
Right.
So he's going to pay
He's
for
going
it.
to put you through a table.
Right.
You're going to make him
Yeah,
pay
okay.
for it.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Fair enough.
That happened.
Did you expect to be arrested that night? Were you surprised when that happened? I mean, look, there's been a million blade jobs. We've seen it over the years. I mean, were you surprised at this? You were like, what the fuck's going on here? Did Paul try to stop you from being arrested? I'd love to know what went on this.
No, Paulie ran me out the back door.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So you never got arrested. You got out, right?
I got out.
Yeah.
You did get out.
I got out of the building.
Okay. Okay.
He changed my flight to the next night.
Okay.
So instead of me flying out that morning, I stayed at this girl's house until that night,
Okay.
and I flew out.
She wasn't one of the 7, was she?
No.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to get back to his checklist.
No.
Go on. Okay.
Right. So,
I'm sorry.
so
Well, he had 7. He was in a competition
When
with
he
Dreamer.
calls Dreamer, it's number 7. That don't count, Jack. That's your fucking girlfriend.
That's by default. Oh my God. All right, so you're hiding away for 24 hours, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, Paulie did right. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
and then about 9 months later, they called Paulie. The DA's office called Paulie
All right.
and told him they were going to take a warrant out for me for aggravated assault. Aggravated assault with intent to commit mayhem. It was like about 4 or 5 charges. They was all the same goddamn thing.
Right.
That's a pretty cool charge, though.
Intent to create
That's
mayhem.
pretty. That sounds pretty cool.
ECW was intent to create mayhem on a 24/7 basis.
Right.
Come on.
So
Excellent.
I had to go and turn myself in to Boston. I made bail. We went to trial.
Right.
During the trial, his daddy was there.
Okay.
And this is my attorney talking to him.
Okay.
He was like, he asked Paulie, he said, what did you hear Mr. Kulas call Mr. Young in the locker room? Because he came in the back in the locker room. And he said, he called him the N-word.
Okay.
He said, for the record, you can say it.
Okay.
He said, I'm saying it. He called him the N-word. He said, no, for the record, you can say what the N-word is.
Right.
Paulie looked at me, looked at this one black juror, and he said, Jack, I'm sorry. He said he called him a nigger. And I dropped my head.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And he was like, I'm sorry.
Only way Paul Heyman could do it.
Yeah.
Did he have a tear? Did he let the tear come down? Like,
No,
I'm
dude,
sorry,
the
Jack.
shit was funny as fuck when he did it. What the fuck?
And you're trying to hold it together here, right?
I slid down in my seat. And they went out. They deliberated for like a day.
Okay. Was that a long day for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that. Okay.
Because the DA came up to my attorney and me, we was out in the lobby waiting. He said, we'll offer you a deal right now. You can take it. He said, this is the only time we can offer you is. He said, 5 do 1.
For bleeding a guy at a wrestling match.
Right.
Which is insane.
For a guy who didn't even belong in a goddamn ring. While we're at it.
Jack, real quick, do you feel at this point you're hung out to dry because ECW allows some kid to come into the locker room?
No.
I know the stories, so you don't feel like you were kind of screwed over on this type of deal. Okay,
Maybe if Paulie had abandoned him, but he didn't. To his credit.
Paulie hired the attorney.
but you're looking at 5-1, right?
Right.
And you're like, this is fucked up, right?
Right.
This is a wrestling match, right? That
Right.
someone voluntarily said, I want to wrestle
And
New
he actually
Jack.
asked you to do this to him too.
Yeah.
On top
But
of it,
there's
Could you
also
blame
there's
me?
something you're not grasping here.
What's that?
Is there's also where I would object to any sort of charge against you is there is an understood risk when you go into the ring.
Sure.
So that should be understood.
Yeah.
Is that no? If these are the common practices.
But my point is, it's not that. The kid was underage. That's why I'm turning to Jack saying,
He didn't know
I
that.
didn't realize the kid.
yeah,
was
the kid was
underage.
underage. That's the
He didn't-
problem.
I
The kid was underage.
17.
He was
He
17.
was telling everyone he was 19 and trained by Killer Kowalski.
Right.
Okay, so but then again,
Right.
it's assumed risk.
know?
It can't be Jack's.
Right.
It can't be Jack's fault.
there's no way.
That if someone comes in and the hierarchy, and that's why I guarantee you why they provided you an attorney, because it's on them.
Right.
Letting a 17-year-old, because he said he was 19-year-old.
Right.
That's not your job as the wrestler, as the opponent, to take. Oh, wait, every guy you wrestle against. Oh, can I see your ID, please?
Well, but
I mean,
but it is the organization's responsibility.
They are
But
responsible. They are.
regardless, you
It
seem
shouldn't
very.
have happened. He
You
should
seem
not have been put in that spot.
you seem very loyal to
He,
the promoters that have worked with you. What ended up happening as far as the outcome?
I gotta quit it.
Excellent.
Congratulations.
Excellent.
That's
You must
great.
have been like a pig in shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know
And
what?
the reporter came up to me after it was over. I was walking down the sidewalk going to my car. Mm-hmm. And he said, Mr. Young, so what are you going to do now that you got acquitted? I said, I'm going to Disney World.
And I'm going to slice Mickey Mouse up.
Yeah. And, but yeah, that That was some crazy shit.
You know, not to go backwards, but this must feel like small fries. Very early on in your career at Smoky Mountain, you guys drew so much heat with the Gangsters thing that you had the NAACP picketing your events outside.
Yeah.
This had to be like nothing compared to the mass transit, but this was an early indication that you might be a little bit controversial, maybe. What were your thoughts on them picketing?
Jim Cornette said to me, he said, I want you to be racist.
All right, Jim.
He said, think of stuff that piss white people off.
Okay.
He said, whatever you can think of, just fucking throw it out there. And he
Okay.
said, I'll fucking put it on tape.
Okay.
The first promo I cut, I said, I want to give a shout out to my homeboy O.J. Simpson.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
Instant gasoline.
my God.
Throw match here. That's perfect.
I said, I want to give a shout out to my homeboy O.J. Simpson. I said, keep up the good work. Too less to worry about.
Oh, wait. So let me ask you this:
Oh man,
you came up with this all on your own?
Yeah.
Man, I give you.
Yeah,
Wow.
your ass got
That's
picketed.
that's incredible, unbelievable.
And Mustafa was like, Jack, what you gonna say on the promo? I said, I don't know.
Did he actually go like, "Don't say that"? What are you doing?
No, he was just like, he's nuts. He didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
These nuts. What do you think, Mustafa? These nuts.
He's
And
nuts.
I would just make up shit.
Right.
I had a T-shirt. It was me in a cotton field
Oh my god.
God,
picking cotton.
you're horrible.
And I put
Oh,
on,
my
I
Lord.
put on the back, Gone Are the Days.
God or the days. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you.
Wait, what did it say again? I'm sorry.
Gone Are the Days.
Gone.
Gone
Are
are
the
the
days.
days.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, do the math.
You know
Done
what
in
I
the
mean?
days.
We don't pick cotton no more.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
Oh my God, how'd that go over?
Actually,
Wait, real quick. You go to a printer to get the shirt made,
yeah.
and there's this
fu-
guy or
that's
woman
funny.
going, "Okay."
He laughed.
Oh, he just is like, that's good shit.
He laughed.
All right, okay.
Printer.
And I mean, we would do shit like
That's funny.
I would get 8x10 pictures and draw a circle and a slash through it, and give it to Ricky and Robert,
The Rock.
and they would sell them. And you can see all these white people holding up these pictures, right?
You're getting the desired effect, yeah.
And they were just like, "Oh, fuck you!" And they would hold up the pictures.
my God.
And they don't know that these are my pictures.
Right.
You're taking it all the money.
Hating on you. That's great. Oh
Right.
my God.
And we would sell these fucking pictures every show. And I would sell out every show.
Man, oh man. How was it working with the Rock and Roll Express?
Dude,
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
That had to be something, right?
They taught us a lot.
Taught you a lot.
They taught
There you
me a
go.
lot.
And how about Jim Cornette? How did you find him as a person? Compared to fucking Jerry, he's got to be better. Any thoughts on Jim?
Well, you get me on this. I thought you were a big fan of his. I'm seeing maybe not. This is crazy.
Well, let's
Good
see what he's
question.
got. Let's see what he's got. At the end of the day, is Jim Cornette a pass or a fail? What do you got there, New Jack?
Well, first of all, does Missy Hyde have any pictures of Jim Cornette screwing anybody?
Yeah, his tennis racket. Next. No.
No? Are you sure?
Careful. Careful.
Easy there.
So,
Easy
do we got
there.
a thumbs up or a thumbs down for the legendary Jim Cornette?
He had a mind for the game.
He does. He does.
Okay.
He does have a mind for the game.
He got a mind for the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Vince don't like him either.
I know.
Yeah.
He did it one time, I think, right?
Yeah. Recently, he might have let him come back for induction.
I got along with him.
Okay.
He let me do what I wanted to do.
Okay. And how long were you with them, by the way?
year.
Year. Okay.
11 months to be exact.
Okay. Okay.
When he felt like they had had enough,
Yeah.
he asked me would I stay 3 more weeks to put Tracy Smothers and Dirty White Boy over.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I had called Todd Gordon with ECW.
Gotcha.
Todd was like, we want y'all to come up next week.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you can't come next week. I can't tell you when I want you to come back. He said, but we want you to come next week.
Mm-hmm.
So I told Jim, I said, ECW wants to hire me and Mustafa indefinitely.
Right.
I said, you give me 3 more weeks and then we're done. I said, I'm
Okay.
about to go to ECW.
Okay.
And he didn't like that. He was pissed off about it.
All right.
But if you notice, everywhere we went, USWA, they put the belts on us.
Yep.
Smoky
They
Mountain,
put the belts on you.
put the belts on us.
Yep.
ECW, you
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep.
So everywhere I went, we was on top.
Right.
And couldn't nobody say shit about it because we came in on top doing what we did.
Right.
And it was over like a motherfucker.
Right. So you're telling me that was it Gordon who
Well-
brought you to ECW?
Well, that's my question.
or-
You
or-
came to ECW when Todd Gordon was still the owner of ECW, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Commissioner Gordon.
And then, when's your first, I guess, your first time you meet Paul Heyman? Can you explain that, like how that came
Did you
about?
meet him right away when you got down there?
I met him that night when I went to the show.
Okay.
And you must have known about him, right? Because he had, he was in WCW for a bit and AWA.
I
right?
knew, but I mean, I had heard of him before, but I didn't know him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
Did you have any idea what you were walking into with that company? What it was going to turn into? What Paul Heyman was going to do in this business? Did you sense like this is a big change? I feel like something's going to happen here when you
Yeah.
first got there? Could you tell?
yeah,
Okay.
I knew that's where I belonged.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because there again, he gave me the ball and told me, he gave me the gun with the bullets in and told me to shoot it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And whatever we wanted to do, when I cut promos, he would tell people what to say on their promo.
Okay.
But when it came to me, he just gave me my point.
Okay.
I want you to get to this, to this point right here.
So was he actually writing promos for a lot of these guys, like
Yeah.
word for word?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting, but not for you.
No.
Interesting.
And he
Okay.
told me, he said, just whatever you want to say it.
All right.
Dude, I got a promo I cut one night for 7 minutes. I was on cocaine like a motherfucker. And I cut the promo for,
Oh my
for
God.
7 fucking minutes.
What song did they play behind you that night? Ramble On?
No,
Oh shit! 7 minutes?
I couldn't get out of it. I couldn't get out of it. And
I don't know how to end.
I was going and I was
Oh,
just going.
my God.
I was cutting on everybody. I was shooting on everybody.
Okay, all right. Did Paulie pull the plug? How did it end?
But I thought he ran out of breath.
Okay, I gotta go to the back. I think I need more. I'm done now. Oh my
So I want to push a little forward. You're
Sure.
at ECW for a while, right? ECW is getting a name. We talked about mass transit, and then things start to fall apart in ECW.
Right.
Heyman's been known, towards the end, not to pay off the talent. Did he end up screwing you on money?
He made good for it.
He did. Okay.
So he bounced a few checks and then took
He
care of it.
obviously must have had some major problems at the end.
And had that conversation take place? Was it like, all right, I know you're struggling, it's okay, or is it you better pay me my money or there's going to be a problem?
No, I told him I was going to get my money.
You can give me my money, Paul.
And what does he say to you? Can you do a Heyman?
He was like, Jake, I'm going to pay you.
Jack, I'm going to pay you. Don't hurt me.
You know what I mean?
I'm just an advocate.
Yeah. And he was like, I'm going to pay you your money. It took him a while to pay me, but he paid me.
Okay. Like, what's a while?
A few months.
Oh, all right. That's not horrendous.
Put a vig on that? Did you put a VIG on that?
What do you mean?
Like, did you add a percentage for late payment?
No.
He added money. Get out of here. Oh, my God. I wanted to ask you, the Gangsters had many classic matches against the Dudley Boys, one of my personal favorite all-time tag teams. As we know, they became one of the most revered tag teams in wrestling history, the Dudley Boys. Did Vince or the WWE ever make contact with you? And were the Gangsters ever going to go to the WWE or WCW? They both could have used you during the Monday Night Wars. Were you contacted at all by Bischoff or McMahon?
I talked to
Jerry Lawler?
no.
No, he didn't talk to Jerry Lawler. Holy shit.
What's the old dude's name?
Jim Ross.
He was-
Jim Ross.
He was a manager.
Manager, old guy.
Arnold Scotland.
No,
Fuck.
hold on. He was an actual manager.
The WCW.
Oh, what, Dylan?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, J.J.
Yeah,
Dillon.
the Four
Okay.
Horsemen. There you
Yeah.
go.
And he was trying to get me in.
He was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin Nash told Bischoff that it wouldn't be a good idea to bring me and Mustafa in because we were trouble.
Nash said this.
Yeah.
How would
Now,
Nash
yeah.
know? Did
Well,
Nash
for-
ever come across you?
The other question I want to ask is, how did you find out that Nash did
yeah,
this?
what the?
Somebody told me.
All right. Someone in the someone in the circuit, obviously.
Who told
that
you?
he
I don't
was.
forget who it was, but I
It's
remember
just someone flat out said, "You're getting fucked right now." Nash is backstabbing you.
Here was the deal. They wanted me to come in with Master P
Yes.
when they did that whole
Yes.
rap is crap
Uh-huh.
thing, that
Right.
bullshit. And they wanted somebody that had been that had the same kind of gimmick that they had, which was us.
Right.
Kevin Nash shit on us. I did a signing in Atlanta, and Kevin Nash was there,
Oh boy,
Oh man.
it's gonna be good.
and
Okay.
I ran up behind him and hooked him around the neck,
Really? Okay.
playfully.
Okay.
Right.
He said, "New Jack, hey brother, how's it going?" He
Right.
said, "I ain't seen you in a while."
How you been?
I said, "Kevin, we've never met."
Mm.
Oh boy.
I said, "But I heard you done said some interesting shit about me."
Oh boy.
And he was like, "What are you talking about?"
Hmm. So he's just basically playing stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how that basically ended there.
Yeah.
He just denied it.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a question for you. So,
No interest from Vince though. Anything ever come from Vince? Or was there just Sorry, Mike. I had to get
okay.
that in. I wanted to see whether or not Vince.
Paul
had
E
any-
told me that Vince was scared to work with me.
Okay. Was that just because of all the shit that went down in
Yeah.
the past? The mass transit thing probably scared the hell out of
Yeah.
Vince. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
so Beyond the Mat, the documentary, which you have a pretty sizable part in. How did that come about? And there's a point where you actually go in front of some agents because I think they were interested in putting you maybe some action movies. I think, right? So was that all bullshit or was it like it was? All right. So tell the story. Tell the story. Nothing in wrestling's real, man. It's just not
Fuck,
right.
man. Don't believe anything. Go on.
Thanks, New Jack. Now I can just kill myself.
Wait a minute. He'll blade you if you want.
It was bullshit.
All right, so
was bullshit,
so
okay.
what is the director or the producer come up to you and say, "Hey man, would you do this for me?" And we'll act like that you're going to be on. Like, how does
Yeah.
this work?
That's basically
That's
what
it.
it was.
And you're like,
Summed
"Fuck
up.
it, why not?"
I was like, give me the script, I read it.
So again, you don't have to answer this question. But what was the payday for that movie?
I can't tell you that.
But it was good.
Yeah.
It was real good.
Yeah.
Did you get points off the movie too?
Yeah.
Oh man, who's your lawyer?
Points? What the hell's points? I don't know what's going on. Points on percentage. Oh, points. Okay, I got
Because
it.
that movie did real well.
Yeah.
I also thought, was it part of your thinking was like, if I do this, considering there's WWF's involved in it to some portion of it, and you have some of these other major stars in, maybe this will get me into the WWF. Were you thinking that, or you're just like, fuck it, I'm just looking for the money?
I just did it.
Okay. How'd you like your acting in that?
It was terrible.
Wait. All right, so I gotta ask this: the lady that says, "Oh, I could see him in a leading role," was that all bullshit too?
Yeah.
That movie's destroyed.
And you were eating it up, weren't you?
I ate it.
He believed every last bit of it.
Wait, the best part is they turn to you and they say, "I see him. He's Denzel Washington type, a Denzel lead role."
Yeah, Denzel, she said Denzel's brother.
Oh my god! Oh my god! The movie's ruined.
Yeah, it is.
Were those chair shots on Mick Foley real during that movie, or was that fake too?
He's got to think.
I'm just kidding. Okay.
He's got to think about.
What else you got there, Pharaoh?
Well,
by the way, thank you for being so honest in these interviews.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Did you
it is
expect
our
any
honor
less?
to have you here.
Absolutely. Back in the day during the Monday Night Wars, and I've been on record as saying this as a fan from those days, my favorite of the three during the Monday Night Wars, my favorite company was ECW.
Right.
I loved ECW. I actually made sure that I went to go see them live over WWE and WCW. I wanted to know, New Jack, when you were in that awesome time period, the late 90s, did you feel that ECW was superior to WWF and WWE, and why?
Dude, they copied our shit all the time.
They did.
I mean, Harlem Heat will go on and cut a promo.
Right.
After I done cut a promo on
Right.
TV, 2 weeks later you will see them cut the same promo.
Right. I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Did you ever run into like Booker T and Stevie and be like, "You stole my shit"?
No, I mean I didn't give a fuck, man. I
Right.
was just
Have
like,
you ever met them?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get along with them? I'm just curious.
Yeah, we was alright.
That's cool. That's cool. Two legendary tag teams. You know.
So we have a show on Village Connection. It's the Evan Ginsberg show. It's on Sundays from 11 to 1. Evan is a big proponent of wrestlers like yourself feeling they were taken advantage of, and considering what you put your body through, he feels that the organization should give you guys medical medical for life and things like that. What do you?
I got insurance.
So what are your thoughts
Do you
on that?
feel that wrestlers should be taken care of after their career is over? Especially
Yeah, but they won't.
You do feel that they should be
Yeah.
taken care of. Okay.
Why do you
Can
feel-
you ever see a union? Maybe.
No.
No.
Fuck no.
See,
So-
it's never going to happen.
Well, so
The wrestlers
why
don't
do you
all say
feel?
the same thing.
Why do you feel like they should be taken care of after they've left an organization? And why do you think it's such a problem of pro wrestlers unionizing? Is it because they're just full of themselves and everybody's in it for themselves?
Is it
So I'm
too
hitting you with like
individual
two questions.
A business for it to be unionized, and
When you got somebody like Vince McMahon, who's a power freak,
sure.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you try to unionize wrestling,
He'll break them.
yeah.
He'll break them. He will. No, I can see it. I can see that happening. Now, as far as, do you see him ever buckling and giving them some sort of help?
No, dude.
Wow.
If one
It's
guy
fucked
fall
up.
off and die, they'll make another one look just like him.
You're right.
He's right.
He's right. I can't argue with it. Do you ever see the wrestler? Well, what about this? Man, I know I'm dreaming here, but what if the wrestlers themselves somehow got together and at least form something where you take care of each other when there's problems, medical, or find a way to do it? It's just not going to happen.
It's
Is
not
it?
gonna happen.
That's
So,
sad.
so
Sad.
when you were wrestling actively, did you give a shit about the other wrestlers? You just worried about yourself?
I didn't give a fuck about him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the point, right? The point is, you got to take care of yourself, right? It didn't matter about everybody
Right.
else.
I didn't give a fuck about nobody.
Name me the one wrestler you worked with in this business that you disliked the most. That you worked with him and you really wish you would really, who do you?
Big
who-
Lions.
Well, you took care of him. Yeah, I wanted to ask about that too. What led to all of that with the scaffold match? What was that, a 40-foot drop?
Yeah.
When you threw him down? What was the story behind that? Because didn't he injure you previously?
Yeah, we did a match. Paulie had it set up where he wanted both of us to fall off the scaffold through the table on the floor. Vic,
It's for you.
I asked Vic because I got to the show late. So I asked Vic. I said, "Did you go and check the scaffold out?" He was like, "Yeah, I checked it out." I said, "It's all right." He said, "Yeah, everything's fine." When we got up there, the fucking thing was shaking.
It was shaking. Now, previously, before we get to that, what did Grimes do to you as far as an injury? You don't have eyesight in one of your eyes. Was
Right.
this from a match with him?
Yeah.
Okay, what did he do to you to cause that injury?
We fell off the scaffold, and his back was up against my head, and it slammed my head into the floor.
Okay. So now we've got him up on the 40-foot, and he goes down.
Rob Black was the owner of XPW.
Right.
He said, "We're going to flip a coin
Flip a coin.
to see who goes off gets thrown off the scaffold."
Get out of here. By flipping a coin?
I told him,
Wow.
I said,
The
Vic
fuck?
is going off the fucking scaffold. I said,
Flip this
"Fuck
motherfucker."
that, flip it going off. I said, Vic going off.
That's funny. Okay. Interesting. Coin flip. What the frick?
So, I had bought a taser.
Okay.
And when we got 40 feet up in the air, I had a taser in my side
I'm
pocket.
doing the math here. You actually go shopping for your items of destruction.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Okay, go on. So you got the taser.
I took the taser out and I tased him.
Okay.
About 5 or 6
Crowd was
times.
going nuts, by the way. I was watching this last night.
About
Go
5 or
on.
6 times I tased him.
Yeah, they were loving it. Go
And then
on.
he was like, "Jack, I can't feel my legs." I said, "You ain't gonna need them."
Ain't gonna need them. Oh boy.
And I threw him.
Yeah.
And he went over the table
It's a worse fall than Foley's. Foley's, I'll tell you that. Foley's. Yeah, Foley.
and hit the ropes.
Yeah. Which I think actually saved his life, I think. Yeah. What was the fallout after all of that?
I was through.
There was no fallout. He fell.
I quit.
And I was out.
Quit XPW. I got my money and I got the fuck out of town.
Right. You never work with his ass again.
I want to get Eric from ESS Promotions in here too, but here's the most important question for me of the day: how do you hook up with Terry Runnels, and what's it like to have a relationship with Terry Runnels?
Damn, how'd you work that magic there?
Dick.
Well, there you go. It's real simple. Wait, any other info on the side?
I'm still waiting to find out.
But dick. Oh my God.
That's
well,
it?
all right then. Yeah.
How was the relationship with her? Was she crazy? What was it like?
She was alright.
Yeah.
All right.
Was she smart? Like, did she
Was
give
she
you some
smart?
intellectual conversation?
Yeah, she can cook.
She could cook.
Holy shit! And the Pharaoh wants all the women in the kitchen. Yeah, what are you talking about? He's right there. Holy shit!
How do you end up in a relationship with her? Like,
No,
what are you at an
seriously,
event?
that's
You're like, hey, how you doing? Let's go out, or how does it even happen?
Damn, that's some fine boobs you got there. No,
We was at
Maybe?
at Terry Funk's retirement. One of his many retirement things.
It's
Retirement number 50.
And
This day.
Buddy Landell,
It's killing me.
Buddy Landell was buying Percocets from me.
Okay.
So him and Terry was sharing them.
Okay. You don't have any right now, do you? I'm in pain.
No,
Oh, fuck. All right, go on.
I got Xanax.
Excellent.
She hooked me up on She hit me up on Facebook,
Okay.
and she was like, "I know you live in Orlando." She stayed in Gainesville.
Okay.
She was like, "If you ever want to come by and hang out, you can come by and hang out." And
Alrighty then.
I was like, "Sure."
No. Yeah. Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And we started hanging out.
Okay. How long were you guys hanging out?
A year and a half.
It's quite a while.
Well,
to be
hold on,
hanging
mate.
out.
So you're hanging out. How long does it
He
take?
wants more.
How long does it take you to hit it?
Same night.
So is she like
is
make you
awesome.
lasagna and then you hit like? How does that? How does that even happen? Like you go visit her, right? She's certainly hitting you up. Does she cook for you first? Does she come out naked? Like what goes on? Like how does it happen?
She had on pajamas.
Like you come to the door. Hey, I'm here. I'm visiting.
She had on pajamas.
You must have been like, this is the greatest night of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of pajamas? Like onesie pajamas
Kind of pajamas.
you know,
He wants to know if he has bunny feet on or something. What's going on here?
like does she she just comes out with pajamas? You know that she just wants to have at it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Like he said, this dick.
All right.
It takes care of everything.
How come you guys broke up?
I don't know if they were ever together. I think they were just hanging out. Were you together? Were you an item?
I can't say.
You can't say.
No.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
gonna leave that.
good enough,
He did a
fair
lot
enough.
of this for like a good half a minute there. He's thinking about
Well,
it.
that's good enough. I got to thank you again, Eric.
Yes.
From ESS Promotions. Thank you for bringing New Jack aboard. I'd like you to promote your.
Thank you for having me once again up here. No BS with ESS.
Yes.
And, we're up here once again with Monte and the Pharaoh, and we're going to be back next month. And we got a special guest next month. Not only is New Jack coming back, he's bringing his a tag partner, Mustafa.
Oh,
so
my
we got
gosh.
a special surprise. So for the first time in 20 years, ESS is reuniting the gangsters at the ECW 2300 arena. First time collectively they're in the arena together in over 20 years. That's going to be great at
That's
the
incredible.
Icons
Great.
at the Icons convention December 8th.
That's great.
And D'Lo Brown's going to be there. That's from Smoky Mountain. So we're going to do an old school Smoky Mountain photo op with all three. Very
Fantastic.
rare. Hasn't been done in 30 years.
Can you tell the fans out there where you're going to be tonight?
All right, so we're going to be at the SWF live show in Jackson, New Jersey at the Jackson Fire Station. And that's on New Prospect Road, and New Jack's a special enforcer in the in one of the tag matches that features Sabu on there on the card. So it's gonna be a good night. I suggest everybody come down and support the SWF Live brand. They run a lot on the Jersey Shore, and it's one of the up and coming promotions down there.
Jack, is there anything you want to promote besides that? No?
New Jack is the most honest guest we've ever
I
had
gotta
in
tell
the
you,
studio.
it was everything I expected, I wanted, and 10 times more.
You got everything you want to promote? Nope.
One last question before we cut out of here. What was your biggest payday?
Wow,
You didn't,
that's
give,
a
me,
long
you
career.
didn't give me the movie.
It's a long
Give me
career.
your biggest payday and for what
For
event?
a match, yeah. Come on, man.
I can't do that,
Right here.
man.
Come on,
You can give me, listen, the Hammer told us what he got for WrestleMania. I don't want an
Greg
exact
Valentine.
number. Give us a
Just give us a
ballpark
ballpark
figure and what event it was for.
Got to be an ECW pay-per-view.
It was a pay-per-view.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. What could we buy with what you got paid?
A car.
All right.
Nice.
Well, man. All right,
Congratulations,
that's cool,
and well deserved. You
Absolutely.
are an icon in this business, and
Yes,
I want to
he is.
thank you again for coming on. And ESS, the best.
www.esspromotions.com. If you want to book all the great talents of professional wrestling, contact ESS because it's no BS with ESS.
There you go.
And this dick.
There's definitely no BS with that thing.
Listen, if a
And of course, New Jack's a
He
proud
wants to-
member of the ESS roster.
the ESS family.
Right.
He's been part of the ESS
Yeah,
family.
but-
How many years have we been together? Over 20 years now, right? At least.
Jack, so when you go to these other events, you
Oh,
get.
no, wait a second.
Go ahead.
He doesn't befriend a lot of people.
No.
Doesn't.
That's a shocker.
No
doesn't,
way.
And before we go, I want to say that I'm one of the only persons that could call New Jack a
Don't
word
you start that bullshit. I swear to God, I'll bust you in your fucking face.
that starts with the
I'm not
word.
Go! Wait a minute!
Oh, shit.
Eric, whatever it is, back off and run. Just back off
I
and
swear
run.
to God. You pull that shit, I'll bust you in your face.
Whatever it is, don't
It's
do
not
it.
the- it's not-
Don't
it's not
do it.
racist.
I'm not playing, Eric. I'm not
my
playing
God,
with you.
now.
I swear to God.
Oh
Sit
my
down.
God.
Sit down.
Oh my God.
I'm dead upstairs. Don't you play that bullshit with me.
I guess I can't say it then.
No, I wouldn't do that.
It's all good.
I would not do that.
Okay, let's be cool.
I would not do that.
Family love here.
All right, it's all it's all
Yeah,
good.
man.
But respect coming from this end.
Sir, again, it's been our honor to have you on. We can't wait to have you back on next month, which is going to be fantastic. again, next week, Saturday, we have Larry Zabisco in studio,
train
and then
keeps rolling.
Abdul the Butcher. So we just keep rolling, and then we got to get.
Lord.
What? Can you give me your best Abdul the Butcher imitation?
He went with a middle finger. Holy hot dog head.
Again, stay tuned for a special recap show, which will be 20 minutes after we get these two gentlemen on the road. Again, it has been on our honor to join Monte and the Pharaoh. Once
That's
again,
right.
Steve Miller, thank you for taking your time out to produce the show today.
Always a pleasure. And New Jack, best friggin' guest ever in his studio. Most honest guy I've
Hey,
ever
Jack,
seen here.
don't listen to that bullshit, all right? Whoever
Nope.
comes in, he says they're the best.
No, that ain't
Fucking
true.
Don't worry about it. But I'll tell you, best interview ever. Thank you so much, sir. I greatly... And Eric, again, thank you for being such a supporter of Monte the Pharaoh and helping us grow. Thank you again.
My
Oh,
pleasure.
and one last thing. Jack, if any ring rats hanging around, you want anything, I'll give you my cell. Call me. I'll come down to the... I'll take your seconds. All right, thank you again, everybody, for joining Monte the Pharaoh. I'm Mike Monte.
I am the Pharaoh.
Don't forget, this Thursday is our
Peace.
one-year anniversary show. Peace. Thank you.
Later.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.